Hey everyone, it's Jen at Ink Paper Rubber. I have a few things to share with you this morning. Actually, I have a lot of things to share with you today, but I'm not ready on all of it yet, and I just thought I'd go ahead and break it up into different parts. That would make it a little bit easier on you to watch it. Instead of having to watch one really big long video, we can break it up a little bit. So what I want to share with you first of all, got back in stock some more of the latest dies from Tim Holtz. These were ones we'd had before and sold out of. Also got a couple of other things from Dina Wakley and Dyan Reaveley. From Dina, we got her new media journal. This is really nice. This is a little 6x6 journal, so it's a really nice little size. It has 36 pages in it, and the pages in this one are all the same. They are really, really heavyweight cotton. I don't know, there's really not any way, I don't think. I mean, that's a single page right there. I believe this is the same paper that is in her media journal that has the different papers and surfaces in it, but this journal has all the heavyweight cotton paper in it. Also got this stamp set, this Delusion stamp set. This was probably my favorite from her new release. It is very definitely her style and kind of some things that are along the lines of what you've seen before, but I really like it because this, you have two large border stamps. I'm particularly fond of this one with the mushrooms and the flowers. That's just so whimsical and cheerful. And then here is the other border, and then of course there are also a couple of sentiments on here. How does your garden grow? And Just Breathe, which is the name of the stamp set. All right, the Tim Holtz dies that we got back in, some of my favorites from his release. We got back in the Atomic Elements Thinlits. This particular die set has so many different pieces in it. There's all the different pieces that it has in it. And if you are into kind of retro and atomic and space age, you're going to love the things that you can do with this die set. It is a Thinlits die set. We also got back in the Organic Blossoms, and this is a great one. This is a negative die, and it lets you do all kinds of amazing treatments and put it behind those cutouts and have it show through. I'll show you some samples here in just a minute. And lastly, we got in the Organic die. This one is a borderless die, which means that it does not cut those outer borders. You can see how on the illustration they kind of fade out. And that means that you can actually extend this die by cutting it and moving the die and cutting it again if you want to. Although if you just want to use it for a card, it is perfectly sized for your A2 cards. All right, let me show you just a few samples from those Thinlits dies. Here is an example you can see using the cutout blossoms, how they've cut them out of the front of the card. The one there, they've put maybe a really pretty watercolor, or actually it might even be a distress ink or oxide background behind there. And this one they've made into a shaker card. And here are just some more examples. Here they have put the pretty background behind it, and here I really like this one. They have done their coloring on the front of the card and then cut out and just put the white behind it. But you can see, really easy to create some really beautiful cards with that one. Here is the Organic. You can see how beautiful. I think here you can see they've actually kind of even curved it on this card. It looks like maybe there's some vellum behind there, and there might even be, I can't tell if there's something behind the vellum, and some beautiful coloring on that. Here is another example where they've used it in a unique way. They have used a corner of it to kind of create these 2 points on this card. It's really unique. And then here they've used it, I like how they've used it in this background of this. They have just cut it out and put it down and then colored over the whole thing, so it just creates a nice background instead of the focal point. And here are some samples with the Atomic Elements. How much fun are those? Those are just great. And there's a close-up sample of that. So, have these in. They're all available on our online shop and on our Facebook page. And as I mentioned, I have more goodies to show you, some brand new products from a couple of our favorite manufacturers. So look for me to be back with you a little bit later and share those with you as well. Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.